Hi guys, this is Carrie with Fullerton Professional Organizing, and today we are going to tackle classroom organization, but the planning stage. I'm not going to go into really in depth into lesson planning because I spent most of my time teaching in private school. I taught using High Reach and Becca, and I taught 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, and 5-year-olds. So it is going to be a little different than public school. So we are going to just do talk about your yearly planning, your monthly planning, weekly planning, and just some things that will help you in that area. And I do have to say, sometime during my teaching last, it's probably been, let's see, because I haven't been in the classroom for 8 years. So it's probably been about 20 years. I'm not real sure, but somewhere in there I discovered Teachers Pay Teachers, and that's a great site if you don't already know about it. And that's, you can go into whatever grade level that you are teaching and find resources from other teachers that other teachers are selling. And a lot of them are organizational, some of them are very decorative, and some of them are theme related, and they can add a lot of fun enrichment to your class and lesson plans, because they also have lesson plan books. They have anything and everything, I think, that you would want as a teacher that another teacher has improved on and put in Teacher Pay Teacher. Now, I'm not getting sponsored or paid to say that. It was just something exciting that I used in my classroom, and I thought it was very fun, and it was awesome. So now let's talk about planning your school year. It's important, of course, and I know most of you know all of this, but it's important to set goals, prioritize, and focus. Choosing a focus for the year helps make planning more manageable. Which subject class makes you feel the most unprepared? That's where you start. Let's start where you feel the most unprepared and work your way to the things that are a little bit easier for you. That will get that part over with. That's kind of how I used to organize my day as a private school teacher. Also, I would start with the most difficult thing to teach, and I would work my way to the most fun things to teach in my day, because that way it set the tone for my class real early on. I know I had little ones, but I read a lot of books that were not geared to the lower grades that really helped me in managing my class, because I started with handwriting first, which is a very quiet activity, and then I worked my way up through the day to more active things like playtime and all of those things that, and you know what I mean, you know what courses take a lot more concentration and quiet time, and is a skill that's a little bit harder. Get the hard stuff out first so that the students can enjoy the rest of the day as much as possible. You definitely don't want to start handwriting right after lunch when they're sleepy, or the hardest course. Now, some of you only teach one thing. You may only teach science, you may only teach math, and you have to teach that same course throughout the day. So you will have to tackle that a little differently. It just depends on what grade level you're teaching. But it's the same with planning your year. Start with the subject that makes you feel the most unprepared. Focus on that area that you have the most anxiety about. Put your efforts towards goals that will help you feel more prepared in that area. Now, which subject or class might have the biggest impact. Focus on this area can help speed up your progress. Can you imagine how you'd get better at planning for your targeted subject or class? Can you imagine how you'd get better? It's one thing to set a goal and another to reach it. Imagine what resources you'd use to tackle planning for your subject class evaluation. How feasible your goal is. Now, which subject areas might it be possible to not focus on as intently? Now, we're mostly talking about new teachers starting out your school year for the first time, but or newer teachers. So, but this works for any area, anything that you're tackling. Think about the resources that you have. Is there a textbook or a mentor teacher you could follow for some subjects or classes? When possible, try to plan from peaceful to most active. That's what I talked about. I always did, and we already talked about this. I started with handwriting. The most active activities were after lunch when they needed a little more boost of energy. Now, lesson planning. How much time does it take you to lesson plan? How long do you spend lesson planning? When do you lesson plan? Are you a fly by the seat of your pants kind of person, or are you, I have every single little detail figured out planner? Teaching the younger students, I planned a whole month. I did my lesson plans 1 month at a time. That way I can concentrate on everything else that I need to do. But you got to understand, I taught the elementary school, and we had a mostly a Becca. Even if you're not familiar with a Becca, it was the same curriculum used every year for everyone using a Becca. So teaching the younger students, I planned the whole month at a time. Do what works for you the best. Don't leave Friday afternoon without having everything ready for the upcoming week. You don't want to be scrambling on Monday mornings. Now, planning supplies that you're going to need. You're going to need a lesson planner, and like I said, there are a lot of really great fun resources on Teacher Paid Teachers. You're going to need team planning documents, sticky notepads possibly, teaching resources. Pinterest is helpful. And your computer files open to the subjects you're planning on, a place for materials being used. Now, 3 components to your planning. There's the year-long plan, there's the unit or topic overviews, and daily lesson plans. Year-long planning is best done with a team of people. Some people are using the Common Core, so if you are, you just simply copy and paste the standards into your yearly long plan for most of the areas. And then your topic overview is from the year-long map. You just break down the standards into concepts and topics that can be taught each day within a unit or over a few weeks. Now, daily lesson plans are the backbone of your teaching, especially at the beginning of the year. You write down as much detail as possible so you don't forget anything. After a while, you'll have things memorized and you won't have to write down as detailed. But then some school districts and some schools, they want more detail. It's up to your school district. Now, writing lesson plans quickly and effectively. Write in standing appointments. Fill out morning work activities. Go subject by subject and plan for each day. Make a list of materials needed, using a checklist to include things needed to copy each week. Assignments, things to plan, the monthly to-dos. Prepare materials for upcoming week by Friday afternoon. so you don't have to scramble again on Mondays. Organize your lesson plan materials. Be done on Thursday before leaving, so on Friday morning you can get all the preparation work done. Friday, make all your copies, anchor charts, have those and anchor charts. At least prep the stuff for Monday, and then take care of the rest of the week on Monday if you have to. Paperclip copies together and put them in drawers according to the day of the week, or files according to the day of the week. However you organize your papers, that will be used according to the day of the week, and that can be that you will be using those materials in. Each drawer has folders in it for each subject if you're using drawers. Have a folder that rotates between the drawers, and that is where notes or flyers that need to be passed out at the end of the day are kept. Anchor charts, you might have a hook on the side of your file cabinet, or a hook somewhere out of the way that you clip onto a magnet and hang those up. Now, pick a day or two a week to do plans and stick to it. And watch and see how it transforms your teaching to have a schedule and keep with it and get it done, so that you're free to not think about it over the weekends or scramble again. I'm going to say it again, and scramble on Monday mornings. Here's another organizing weekly plan. You can gather supplies on Monday, do all your printing on Tuesdays. I have organized all my materials into monthly thematic binders and binders by subject. If I have little centers or task cards to store, I store them in a sheet protector within the binder. This keeps everything nice and tidy and together. Wednesdays and Thursdays are fill-in days, anything that you still need to take care of and get those finishing touches for your class finished by the end of the day, Friday. And that is it. I kind of went through that really, really quickly, but you're going to adapt that to fit your needs and your schedule. But make a schedule. Try to get as much done as possible on Mondays. Let Mondays be your busiest day to get everything done. And then all you have to do on Tuesday is make copies. Or, and then it depends on whether you're going to do your lesson plans once a week or once a month. Because the more you do up front, the more time you're going to have for your family, the more time you're going to have for making the copies and getting all the fun stuff done. Get all the tedious work out of the way first. All the stuff that keeps your mind from being able to relax on the weekends. Get all of that done so that your mind can be free on the weekends. You'll be surprised at how much that will relieve the stress in your mind. And of course, we all know there are times that you're going to have to, you're going to get behind, or you're going to have to do things on weekends, and that happens. But if you stay on top of things, it sure will be a lot easier for you, a lot less stressful, and then you can concentrate on managing your class instead of managing all of your materials. All right, I hope that was helpful to all of you, and I will see you on the next podcast. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, those that are watching this video on YouTube. I would love to know what would help you in your classroom. I would love to do a I would love to do a podcast and a YouTube on something more specific. If there's something that you are looking for, let me know and I will try to help. Bye.